everyone, my name is Alexis, but you can call me Lexi, and for today's video I'm going to be sharing with you 2 story times. This is for 2 story times. One of them is going to be somebody trying to break into my house when I was home, and then the other one is going to be when somebody actually broke into our house when we weren't home. So let's get started. It was a dark and stormy night. I'm totally kidding. Okay, so for the first one, when somebody attempted to break into my house when I was home, I was babysitting my sister one day and it was around lunchtime. And at the time we lived in Charleston, South Carolina. And we lived in this neighborhood where they were freshly building houses every day. So there was always construction going on. And I was about 13 years old and my sister would have been 7. Okay, let me tell you what our house looks like now. So I'm not good at explaining things. There was the dining room. Okay, this is the dining room, and then right beside it, right here, is the back door. And the back door is like the backyard part is screened in. So in order to get to the back door, you have to go through the actual screen. So yeah, keep that in mind. So my sister and I were just sitting at the dining room table and we were just coloring, talking about life, chilling out, and all of a sudden our dog started barking at the back door. And this is like kind of normal because like if they see an animal or something, but then they kept doing it and they started going crazy. Like, not like it was just an animal. They were getting really upset. And so I was like, what the freak? Like, what's going on? Because again, this is not normal. So I'm like, better check this out. So I walk my little butt to the door and there's blinds on the door, and I look through the crack of the blind and I see a man in our actual screened-in porch. So you'd have to open the door to walk into the screened-in porch, which is like not something you do to somebody's house. He grabbed onto our doorknob and he started trying to get in. And literally I just go into freak out mode. He didn't see me. Well, not that I know of. I just darted to the dining room and I grabbed my sister as fast as I could. I grabbed the phone that we have and then I ran into my parents' room, shut the door and locked it. I was like, come on dogs, come on, because I didn't want them to get murdered, but they didn't listen to me, so I had to leave them. They were still like screaming at the door, like bark, 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 barking, growling. It was crazy. When we get into my parents' room, we shut the door and lock it. Then we go into their bathroom area, and it's like you open it and there's the bathroom and then it has its own little toilet room. And so we run into the bathroom, we lock the bathroom door, then we run into the toilet room and we lock the toilet room door. And I'm like, Mom, Dad, somebody's trying to break into the house. And they're like, what? What? And they start freaking out. And they're like, we're on our way. And I was like, should I call 911? They're like, no, we'll be there really quickly or whatever. So they were on their way. They weren't that far. So my sister and I literally, we were crying so hard and we were like, I love you, like anything that I've done to you, I'm so sorry, you're the best sister ever. I'm sorry that I dunked your toothbrush in the toilet. Like, we thought we were going to die that day. We were literally going through the book apologizing for everything we've ever done to each other. We thought that we were just gonna get murdered together. We thought that that was the end. It was over with. That we were gonna die in the toilet. Like, it was so terrifying. Like, I'm telling it as a funny story, but in the moment, somebody's trying to get in our back door. Like, they are jiggling that doorknob. I don't know what they're doing out there. And it was just so terrifying. So again, we're just apologizing for everything. And then our parents get there. And our parents come inside and they're like, come out, it's fine. Like, nobody's here. We don't see anybody. And we're like, oh, thank God you're here. Like, it was like a family reunion. We were so happy, so relieved that they were there and we weren't alone anymore. And they said that they didn't see anybody outside, like in our patio or anything. And so my mom tells me the next day that when they were pulling up to the house, there was a construction worker working on a house next door to ours, and he stared at her the whole time they pulled into the driveway. So I don't know who it was that did that. I don't know what they were trying to do, if they knew we were home, if they were just trying to steal something, if they were trying to steal us. I have no idea, but my mom said that that guy was staring at her the whole time, or the car, her, as they pulled up to the driveway. So I don't know who it was, but we're safe. We didn't die in the toilet. That's all that matters.
We need your help.
I'm filming.
Why are you calling me then?
Because I was asking you what details you remember from the people breaking into our house.
Okay, I remember there was a work crew inside the house.
A what?
They were like working, building houses.
No, I'm saying when we weren't home.
People broke into our house when we weren't home. When was that?
What? The people that burnt the carpet with the cigarettes and lived in my room?
They busted in the back door. Broke the spring door, busted in the back door. Hey, well, I gotta go.
Okay, bye. Okay, so for the next story, when somebody actually broke into the house when we weren't living there at the time, that was pretty horrible, and it was in the same house that the other incident happened in. So I don't know if this is like just the house's problem, like if people are attracted to the house, or if it's the neighborhood. I don't know. So we weren't living there at the time because we moved somewhere else, so the property manager was in charge of the house, and I don't know if they were leaving the lights on during the day or nighttime, which they should have been to act like people were living there, but I don't know. So one day we found out that somebody kicked in our screen door, the screen and porch that I told you about in the story before. Somebody cut through that and broke into there, and then they busted our door down, and then they went into my room, and my room was literally the coolest room ever. It was the only room upstairs. I had the frog room, and it was so awesome. So they marched their little butts up there and started to live in my room. And these people were homeless. The way we figured out about this happening is because the property manager came to our house to do a little inspection, and when she went in my room, she found the craziest things. Not only did she find clothes scattered everywhere, she found our carpet was burnt by cigarettes and weed, and people were lighting stuff and digging it into our carpet and into our walls and into the wood on the wood that you have on the bottom of the walls. Also, this is like pretty gross, so sorry, cover your ears, little children. There were also used condoms on the floor, just there. What else was there? Needles. It was so freaking crazy. The property manager called the police. The police took all the stuff, and they did whatever police do with people's stuff. To prevent them from coming back again because they were living there, my dad's friend wrote a note on the door, and it said, "We found your stuff. We're donating it to the police. If you want it, then you can go get it." They never came back. I know, that story was like anticlimactic, but it still happened. It was freaky. It was so, like, whenever I heard that happened, it was kind of like sad to me. Like, I used to live in that room and to find out that all that disgusting stuff was happening in my room, it's just kind of like a weird feeling. Like, I lived there for a while and people were doing disgusting things in my bedroom. I just think that's so strange. So yeah, those two stories are about the times where people attempted to break into my house and people actually broke into my house. I really hope you guys enjoyed those scary, funny, weird, entertaining videos, and if you'd like to see any more, then leave comments down below, like this video, subscribe, and also here is the winner for my last giveaway. Congratulations! I'll be contacting you. Alright, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye. Mwah.